It's an all-SEC national semifinal in San Antonio tomorrow night between Florida and Auburn. Their one and only meeting came back February 8th at Neville Arena that saw the hometown Tigers lay 11, only to lose by 9. Fast forward to early April, the Gators are small favorites this time around. UF also sporting an 11-game over streak and covering those totals on average of 9 points per game. On the Auburn side, last 5 games against top 2 seeds. Boy, 2019 was a fantastic year, especially covering the number, losing by 1 but catching 6 against Virginia a few years ago. Well, let's fast forward to now, 2025. We got Tim Doyle with the money bag in San Antonio. Tim, I almost wore the same plum/burgundy jacket. I'm glad I didn't because you look better in suits than I do. What do you make of the spread 2.5 that Florida is laying, and why are you on the Tigers winning this game?
Yeah, I think you made a great point. Think about the first matchup. Auburn was double-digit favorite, and they kind of got run out their own gym. They were down as many as 21 points, but let's call it what it is. Florida's lucky to even be playing in this game. Oh, man, if you're Texas Tech or Grant McCasland right now, you got to be kicking yourself. Check out how much time the Gators have been trailing in this NCAA tournament. And I just wonder, Tommy, are they pushing the Walter Clayton button a little too much and a little too often, hoping the star guard can then bail them out of situations? Now, we all remember Auburn came into this tournament limping, but I think they've simply gotten better each and every game, and they're playing their best basketball. I thought that was a total team effort against a very disciplined Michigan State team. So teams change throughout the year. They change from February to April. Heck, they changed from April to the new regime now in November. And I really like Auburn in this situation. I'm not sure Florida's going to be able to slow down this offense.
Okay, so when it's all said and done, it sounds like how the Tigers got their groove back, according to Tim Doyle. For this game, top player prop, Tim, where are you going?
Yeah, it was tough to smuggle the hammer because I did not check any bags. But I'm going to be hammering Johni Broome here to have a massive performance, 20-plus points. Now, let's go back and look at the previous opponents against Florida. They've had a very difficult time slowing down star players. JT Toppin, Darion Williams, they both were over 20. Derek Queen, 27. Liam McNeely, he was over 20 as well, and Broome was sensational last out. Yes, he had only 18 points, but he had 6 assists. Last out, Broome against Michigan State, 10 of 13 from the field, 25 points. I'm concerned about Florida's defense in this game, slowing down not only Auburn's offense, but one of the best players in all of college basketball. Broome eats in San Antonio.
I love that he said, I'm going to be 100% on Saturday. And he also said he went as a full participant in practice, 72 for 72, Tim. He said, I didn't miss at all at practice this week. Let's get to the other game, of course, which is Houston and Duke. It's a line that's been anywhere between 4.5 and 5.5. You're backing Duke, but how do you want to play the Blue Devils in the national semifinal?
I think this game's going to be competitive. I mean, we talk about one of the best defenses every single year in college basketball. Kelvin Sampson has won 32 games or more 4 straight years. I mean, that's insane. Plus, they're going to have their fans behind us. It's going to be a Houston crowd here. I think Duke's going to figure out a way to win. And Duke has pros. Houston does not. Now, I am going to be honest. I wasn't on the UConn bandwagon last year. And, you know, shame me once, you make the same mistake. I'm not making the same mistake twice. Duke has been dominant in this tournament. Obviously, they have a generational talent like Cooper Flagg, but I love the fact that Tyrese Proctor has expanded his game to be more than a three-point shooter. Con Knippel's an NBA player. Malawach understands his role. That's the thing about Jon Scheyer's team. I think everybody understands what they need to do at the highest level. Take nothing away from Houston. I think this is going to be a competitive game. If you want to back the Cougars with the points, I get it. I just can't see them winning, and they just can't keep up with the firepower of Duke. So if you don't want to lay the price, Tommy, I get it. Throw it in a parlay. Let's get weird. Dukies win this game.
Yeah, full transparency, minus 255 is what you would have to lay for Duke to win. But to your point, throw it in a parlay, maybe change the unit sides, however you want to get it done. Top player prop for this game. We're back in another star player of the year, Cooper Flagg.
Yeah, 8+ rebounds. He's had 9 rebounds in 2 of the 4 tournament games. But here's the deal with Cooper. You give him a challenge, he's one of those guys. You know, we work with some of those people that if you give them the challenge, they're going to overcome it. What's Houston known for? Rebounding. Toughness. And he's the type of kid that's like, oh, you're a good rebounding team? Cool, I'm going to have 16 rebounds against you. So you could go to 10+ rebounds and get plus money. I'm just going to go to 8+ rebounds. I told everybody last year when I hosted a high school game, Mount Verde High School against Lehigh, I said I watched a Hall of Famer in Cooper Flagg, and he's going to have a massive performance in this Final Four.
Tim, before I let you go, curious to think if you had anybody in terms of a pick pre-flop, pre-tournament, and if someone wants to get in now, maybe they can get in Duke cheaper than the $255 we talked about in the national semifinal. What do you think?
Yeah, now, full disclosure, not going to lie, I had futures with Auburn in February. I cashed those out for a profit. Then, before the tournament, I did take Florida, but what I've seen so far for the Gators, I don't love. I'm a racetrack guy, Tommy. I'll go to the racing form. I'll look at the past performances, and in my eyeball test here, along with on paper, Duke is superior to everybody else. So at the end of the day, the likable Duke Blue Devils cut down the nets, and at basically even money, I think this is the more you bet, the more you win.
Tim Doyle giving the knowledge here on HQ. Certainly appreciated. By the way, Duke was even money not that long ago, -115 now, heading into, oh yes. Couldn't bring the hammer, but still have the money bag and the glasses. The always entertaining Tim Doyle. Well, back to that superstar matchup here, at least potentially down the road for Johni Broome and Cooper Flagg. We have now at least one thing where Flagg has the advantage over Broome, and that is Player of the Year, according to the Associated Press. Beating out Broome for the honor, first of the top college Player of the Year honors. We'll see where the two end up in the Wooden and Naismith Awards down the road.
When you need your sports news all the time,
we've got breaking news to bring to you.
CBS Sports HQ gives you a snapshot of all the sports that matter to you.
Big news coming out of the NFL. A lot of movement in the rankings this week.
With highlights.
What a finish at the final round of play.
And in-depth analysis.
Can they three-peat? Tony Romo joins the conversation.
What can you say about this game?
When you need your sports in a snap,
we're bringing you that breaking news right here on HQ.
Find it on CBS Sports HQ. Streaming free anywhere you are.